Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dev Show. I'm excited that you're here. TIFF is over and I got some video and photos that I never imagined I would have. I went to this not having any interview expectations and never having been to a red carpet before, so completely new. TIFF was everything that I hoped it would be. It was everything that it could be for me. So my mom's mom, my grandma, passed the day before Fan Expo. So Mom didn't come with me for the first day of Fan Expo, but she came the second day. So Fan Expo and then TIFF 2 weeks later, the timing to be able to get everything out was just absolutely strained to the max. But we captured a great amount of footage and pictures while having no idea how to go about it. I would have liked to have looked into more of what the festival had to offer prior to going, but life has no schedule. I went to TIFF with a new perspective in mind, and that is what you're seeing now. I'm bringing more of myself to the channel. I had planned to release a video like this of Fan Expo, but like I've explained, going to TIFF was interesting. It was just my mom and I. I had applied for 2 media passes, even though I knew that I could apply for 3. I wanted to only apply for 2 to maximize my odds of getting in, and I wasn't really planning on bringing a third person anyways. That turned out, spoilers, to be a huge mistake. So we stayed a subway and trolley ride outside of the city, and we went in every day. It was about a 50-ish minute ride in, which is completely fine with us because it's way better than driving down into downtown and trying to find a spot to park. Each morning at about 8 o'clock, I would get a camera call email. This tells me what carpets are that day, and I follow that email to RSVP for the ones that I'm interested in. Then we are approved based on several different factors such as demographic of the film, your reach, your audience reach, all of that divided by how many numbers there are on the carpet. On day 1, we were accepted into the carpet for the swimmers. This was my first ever red carpet, and my mom's too, of course. We were excited. Also, when I got onto the carpet, I started taking B-roll and pictures. And as I was taking pictures, all of the clear ones that came out, I was just immediately in love with. I fell in love with these pictures. And I was totally okay with admiring these celebrities, I say talent, admiring the talent from a distance. Might I say, a very short distance, like that. It was great. I got great pictures. I get an angle that I like, which is more candid. There's something very powerful about taking a picture. You are taking that moment in time and you are ridding it of its mortality. You are making it immortal so long as your reproduction of that moment exists. That's what's so special about it. On day 2, we were accepted into the new film Butcher's Crossing, which is Nicolas Cage's first ever Western. This carpet was in the evening, so we spent the day on Festival Street.
And that's where we were yesterday. There's the Roy Thompson Hall there, there's the church.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Alright.
Yep, so there you go. Go that way.
Oh, let's go.
Sure, but I couldn't answer that question. I don't have a crystal ball.
Day 3 was a documentary called Black Ice. This carpet gave me the opportunity to shoot pro hockey players from both women and men's leagues. Hearing what some of these hockey players had to say was very interesting. The director Hubert Davis's stylist Cece reached out to me, and she said that my photograph captured his suit very well. That compliment made my day, and it made my experience at TIFF at that point, because I captured her vision. I said to her, I'm so glad that I could capture your vision. And I do what I do with no flash photography because I like matte photos. It's challenging with natural lighting to shoot. So I like that, and I also love candid photos. 2 specialties that I like to focus on. And with the lighting of the daytime matinee red carpet, the lighting was a little more kind. I got only blurry photos of Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker, and I'm okay with that. I didn't know he was there until he was right in front of me and then he was gone. So these are the photos I got. Day 4 was the first day that we were accepted into 2 carpets. First, A Jazzman's Blues, which was a new film by Tyler Perry, and second was Alice Darling, which is a film starring Anna Kendrick that was directed by, this is Mary Nye's film. A Jazzman's Blues was a very fun carpet. Again, it was the daytime one, so the lighting was kind. If you ever told me that Oprah would be 10 feet away from me, I wouldn't believe you. I mean, this was awesome. Before I seen Oprah in person in real life, I was never a big Oprah watcher, but I still did like her work and I admired her story. Now that I seen her, I actually looked into her more and I watched her interviews and just some of the techniques that she uses that make me more comfortable with talking. She helped me be more comfortable with talking. So I never thought I would be that close to Oprah, let alone Tyler Perry. And Alice Darling was a challenge to shoot. This was the evening one. It wasn't our first evening shoot, but this one was particularly difficult to shoot lighting wise. Photographing Anna Kendrick was awesome. Mary Nye was awesome. By this time, we were getting into the swing of things. On day 5, we weren't accepted into any red carpets, but that was okay with me. We needed to rest at that point, and I had so much work that I wasn't able to do at night that it worked out fine. We took the day to recoup, I got a lot of work done, and we went back at it on day 6. And day 6 we were accepted onto a red carpet that I was hoping for, and my mom was hoping for, which was Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Malcolm McDowell, and Richard Roundtree's new movie, Moving On. This was a fun film. I watched it afterwards. Like I said earlier, it was the first one that we actually went into the rush line and watched. This was another fun red carpet to shoot, and to piggyback off of what I was saying about Oprah, this was the first time I've ever seen a film after meeting the cast, the entire cast beforehand. I say meeting very briefly. It definitely fit right in with my demographic, as I love to talk with elder role models and hear what they have to say. So in the future, definitely still hoping to have anybody from that cast. That was a stellar lineup. On day 7, we were accepted into The Prisoner's Daughter red carpet. This starred Brian Cox, who I know from X-Men. Now, we had a formula down for what we wanted to do. We knew what we needed to do going forward, at least what I could at the time. I now know way more. This was a blast to shoot. Everybody was so charismatic, and look at that suit. Day 8 ended up being our final day at the festival, but I was still hoping to hear something about Florence Pugh showing up for the Wonder red carpet, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. If it was, I would have driven back to Toronto at the drop of a hat, because I love Florence Pugh. On day 8, however, we were accepted onto the Roost red carpet. This red carpet gave me the chance to photograph Grace Van Dien for the second time. First time was at Fan Expo Canada 2 weeks prior, and it was very cool because it's awesome when you have a different angle, a different background, outfit, and lighting, of course. Overall, the TIFF experience was what it could be for me. That's what it was, and I experienced it to the potential that I could possibly experience it at. This was super stressful, and it was just as fun and just as challenging. So, with all of those in check, I think that it was a good experience. The timing of events in one's life can be unpredictable, so it's important to put the camera down every once in a while. Whatever festivals and events we make it to for the rest of this year, the next few months, I can't say, and I'm excited to show you what they are. TIFF had so much to offer that I wasn't even able to absorb. One of the most fun things about doing new things and learning for me is when you do something once, it's super hard and challenging, and then you're left with doing it again and doing it again and doing it again, and each time you kind of systemize it, and so you just become faster at it. So I've become faster most recently with using a camera and my actual skill. I have been taking so much time to focus on shooting and putting the hours in, as one would say. Editing not only my own videos, but for work editing, and experiencing as much of life as I can. I know that this is all over the place, but I knew that this episode would be. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, if you think that this video was an improvement, if you like it more talky and personal, let me know in the comments. And for those of you who have been sticking behind me through it all, it's been so long and you're still here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm out.